Eve's an entrepreneur. She has a business that sells product A and there's no other firms that sell the same type of product as she does. And there's no close substitute even. Eve can increase the price of product A whenever she wants. Thus, she's a monopolist.
The definition of monopoly market system. Monopoly market system is an economic market structure where a specific enterprise is the only supplier of a particular good and services. Example of the particular good and services are electricity, water and gas. There are few characteristics of monopoly market system. First, profit maximizer. Due to the lack of competition, a firm can charge a price above what will be charged in a competitive market, thereby maximizing its revenue. Second, price maker. The monopoly decides the price of the good or product being sold. Third, single seller. In a monopoly, only one seller produces all of the output for a good or service. The entire market is served by a single firm. And lastly, the entry is blocked. Other sellers are unable to enter the market of the monopoly due to any of the reasons, such as pricing and other legal barriers, economy of scales, and ownership.
There are four negative effects of monopoly, which usually affects consumer and society. First, monopolies can set any price that they like. Second, they also can supply inferior products. Third, monopolies created inflation. Fourth, monopolies lose an incentive to innovate or provide new and improved products. Monopolies are generally considered to have negative effects. Nevertheless, it also provides positive effects too, especially towards firms. First, it ensures consistent delivery of a product or service that has a very high upfront cost, for example, electric and water utilities. Then, it avoids the duplication of service. Next, monopolies can also be successful firms. For instance, Google has gained monopoly power through being regarded as the best firm for search engines. Besides, firms can use their monopoly profits to invest in research and development and also build up cash reserve for difficult times. Therefore, we conclude that regardless of the negative effects of monopolies, it still has its own positive effects.
Many scholars agree that monopoly is considered forbidden when the two following conditions apply together. First, if an essential good which is basic needs to people is will help. Second, if it leads to hardship. Conditions of hardship that would cause monopoly is prohibited are based on these constraints. First, time constraint. Monopolies buys and withholds the commodity during the time of scarcity in order to increase the price. Second, source constraint. The seller buys the commodity and withholds it only to reduce the supply and increase the price. Third, place constraint. If a place that is difficult to access in terms of transportation or is in a remote area or outskirts of the country plus the lack of a local product. Natural monopoly is permissible in Islam but with the intervention of government. Natural monopoly exists due to the high fixed or startup costs of conducting a business in a specific industry. For example, the utility industry such as electricity and water supply. The cost of establishing these industries to supply the utilities to each household can be substantial. This capital cost is a strong deterrent for possible competitors. Since it is economically sensible to have some monopolies like this, governments allow them to exist but provide regulation, ensuring consumers to get a fair deal.